Research Support and Grant Management, Yaba College of Technology, Lagos State, Nigeria. I also want to acknowledge the presence of Professor Victor Njoko, who is the Professor of Physical Sciences, who is the Professor of Physical Chemistry, and the former Director of Research and Linkages at Imo State University, Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria. Professor Njoko is currently the Director of UFEV, Imo State University. I want to also acknowledge the presence of Professor Mohammed Akhtar Hossein Kaudhuri from the Department of Agricultural Chemistry, Bangladesh Agricultural University. I want to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Daniel Onyejuba, who is the CEO, XMK International Company Limited, Lagos, Nigeria. I want to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Kai Xiao from the College of Urban and Environmental Sciences, Peking University, Beijing, China. I also want to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Tanzin Kadhori from California, United States of America. There are many special guests, but due to our time, I want to welcome everyone joining from United Kingdom, from Sweden, from United States, Japan, China, and also from Nigeria. I want to say a very big welcome. We are not going to waste much of your time. I believe within 40 to 45 minutes, we should be through with today's launching. You are welcome to the launching of a book titled Sadness Unveiled, A Positive Perspective. I want to use this time to invite the host, who is the author of Sadness Unveiled, A Positive Perspective, C.E. Enyoh, to quickly give us the brief background of his writing journey and also the inspiration behind the book. Thank you, C.E. Enyoh.
Thank you, Comrade Stanley. So I will quickly share about my background and the inspiration behind this book. So my background, or the most recent of my background, started from Nigeria at the Imo State University, where I obtained my Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Industrial Chemistry specifically. And after my Bachelor of Science in 2015, I worked as a research fellow at the Group Research in Analytical Chemistry and Environment and Climate Change, also in the Imo State University, where I developed my writing skills and my research skills. So in 2019, I studied my master's degree in Analytical Chemistry, which I completed in 2021. Also in the same year, I moved from Nigeria to Japan to start my PhD in Environmental Science and Engineering at the Saitama University under Professor Wang in the Wang Lab. So the Wang Lab is the Pollution and Resource Control Lab. So Professor Wang and Dr. Wiki and Wang made this launching possible. So I see this opportunity to say thank you. Okay. So my writing journey, I started writing and publishing in 2016. And from 2016 to now, I have published over 160 articles, books, book chapters, and presentations. I am listed among the top 500 authors in Nigeria by Scopus or Science Valuation. And I have special interest in, so more recently, I have special interest in philosophy, psychology, and social sciences. So in current times, my research interest has extended into using experimental, computational, and artificial intelligence technique. So the inspiration for this book is from personal experience. So 8 years ago, I lost my dad, which is elder chief, Enyoh. So I lost my dad in 2015. And since then, I I've embarked on a voyage of introspection, seeking to comprehend the complexities about human emotion. So, and in line with my scientific background, I took time to try to understand what sadness actually is, because most times people have encouraged us to always remain positive, to always remain happy, and I use my scientific background to go deeper in understanding what sadness actually is and how we can actually harness sadness for something positive. So this is actually the reason why I've embarked on this journey of writing this book. Thank you, MC.
Thank you, Enyoh, for the brief background and also the inspiration behind the book, Sadness Unveiled, a Positive Perspective. I want to use this opportunity to welcome the person that will give us the concise overview of the book genre, the themes, and the main character. I want to invite Ms. Sochi Osigwe. Ms. Sochi Osigwe obtained her bachelor degree in chemistry at the Imo State University, Owerri, Nigeria, and also her MSc degree at the Örebro, Sweden. I want to quickly invite her to give us the overview of the book genre. Welcome, Ms. Sochi.
Thank you so very much, Comrade SC Ihenetu. Good day, everybody. Thank you for being here while we unveil this book. As he has already introduced what my name is and every other thing that is needed, I'll be talking about the book genre, and it is Sadness Unveiled, a Positive Perspective. This belongs to the genre of self-help and personal development. It explores the complex emotions surrounding sadness and offers insights, strategies, and perspectives to help readers embrace and navigate sadness as a catalyst for personal growth and positive transformation. This genre focuses on empowering individuals to better understand and manage their emotions while seeking a more meaningful and fulfilled life. The book overview embarks on a journey. This book actually embarks on a journey of discovery through 8 transformative chapters divided. My apologies, I really don't know what is wrong with my camera. So divided into distinct sections. Each part dives into a unique aspect of embracing the advantages of sadness. The first part sets the foundation by redefining our perception of sadness. We unravel the common misconceptions that have enshrouded the emotion and delve into the social biases that often lead us astray. The importance of acknowledging sadness as a legitimate emotion forms the cornerstone of this exploration. In the second part, we turn our attention to the remarkable healing power of mourning. Through shared experiences, we navigate the terrain of emotional wounds and discover how mourning can be a beacon of light, guiding us towards healing. The psychological and emotional benefits of this process become evident as we delve into the stories of personal growth. As we transition to the third part, we focus on the transformative impact of sadness on our connections with others. We explore how shared sorrow can cultivate empathy, forge bonds that transcend words. Within these chapters, the roles of sadness in fostering compassion and understanding is brought to the forefront. In the fourth part of this book, we shift our gaze to the intersection of sadness and creativity, drawing inspiration from artists, writers, musicians who have harnessed their sorrows. I'm sorry to digress, but I have somebody in mind. We have all heard of the new Afro sadness or Afro depression from Omale. And we also unveiled the link between melancholy and innovative expression. The pages of these chapters are a canvas upon which growth spurred by sadness is painted. Resilience takes center stage in the fifth part as we unveil the intricate connection between adversity, sadness, and emotional strength. Navigating through the challenges of life will reveal the unique ways in which facing our sorrows can foster a profound sense of resilience. In the sixth part, this guides us into the realm of introspection, where sadness becomes a gateway to finding deeper meaning. Drawing from philosophical and spiritual perspective, we uncover stories of individuals who transform their sadness into purposeful journey. Balancing emotions comes the focal point of the seventh part, as we learn to harmonize the ebb and the flow of sadness within the moments of joy. We provide practical strategies to navigate these emotional tides, demonstrating that embracing sadness need not overshadow the pursuit of happiness. Finally, in the eighth part, we address the societal pressures to suppress sadness in favor of perpetual happiness. We navigate the complexities of these expectations, providing guidance on fostering a more open and accepting society. Throughout each part, every chapter of this book revolves around a central premise, which is embracing sadness isn't a sign of weakness, it is a path to inner strength and growth. Together, let's embark on this expedition, unravel the potential of sadness, and discover the comfort that lies within its depths. Thank you very much. I would apologize again for my camera.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chief, for this awesome overview. I want to quickly invite the author of this book to quickly give us the reading excerpt and also take us in an engaging path and showcase the point that we get audience attracted to this book. May I humbly invite the host, C.E. Enyoh. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Comrade Stanley. So before I explain why this book is important and why you should purchase or you should try to use this book, I want us to take a look at this short clip. From this video, we can see a sad man that wouldn't utilize his sadness efficiently. So we saw a video of a sad man that couldn't utilize his sadness efficiently. Soon he became an angry man. An angry person can be destructive, destroying themselves and the people that care about them. We could utilize sadness efficiently. I will show you why you should get this book. So, Sadness Unveiled, a Positive Perspective, is not just another book. It is a journey, a conversation, and a reflection on the complexities of our emotions. It's about embracing sadness, not as a foe, but as a companion on our path. Through life, what distinguishes this book from others is its focus on the positive side of sadness. In a world where happiness is often touted as the ultimate goal, we tend to overlook the beauty and significance of our more somber emotions. Sadness Unveiled invites readers to pause and consider sadness too, as its place in our lives. It's not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our capacity to feel deeply, to empathize with others, and to seek meaning in the face of life challenges. What makes this book unique is that It doesn't simply acknowledge sadness, it celebrates it. It acknowledges the fear, the heartache, and the moment of vulnerability. And it shows how these emotions can be transformed into the source of strength, growth, and wisdom. This book is an invitation to explore the positive potential that lies within our sadness, to unveil the hidden lessons, and to emerge from challenging times with more profound perspective on life. Readers of this book will discover stories, insights, and practical strategies that can help them navigate the complexities of their emotion. It offers a guiding light for those who may have felt lost in the depth of sadness, reminding them that there is a path forward and a positive perspective waiting to be embraced. Moreover, this book it's not just my voice, it's a collection of voices from individuals who have generously shared their experiences and wisdom. Their stories add depth and authenticity to the book, allowing readers to connect on a personal level and find comfort in the shared human experience. I believe readers will enjoy Sadness Unveiled because it is more than a book. It is a companion for life's emotional journey. It is a reminder that our emotions, including sadness, are part of what makes us beautifully human. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and an ode to the power of positive perspective. So I encourage us to get this book. I'll quickly talk about some excerpts from this book to explain how the pattern by which this book is being written. So for each chapter, we define and we provide a quote which directs us into the chapter, into that particular chapter. For example, I try to address the misconception between sadness and anger. As a scientist, I take scientific backings or literature to explain the concept I'm actually talking about. And then I use personal stories to explain better, to buttress my points on the particular perspective towards sadness. For example, in this page, I talk about my scenario where I experienced rejection from a lady, which I asked out at the Imo State University during my undergraduate days. So I felt sadness at the time, and that sadness brought me into introspection. So another scenario is illustrated here, where I have some personal experience about rejection, which also propelled me into introspection and give me a deeper meaning of what sadness could actually be like. So throughout this book, I used scientific explanation, then I use real life stories, then backed by science to explain how sadness can actually be manipulated to be something more positive. So that is how the pattern of this book is. So in this chapter, under this section, I talk about the introspective nature of sadness. So sadness takes us inward. I explain what the introspective nature is. Then I use real life stories or personal stories to back the whole narrative so that it can be more clear and it can be more efficient. So these are some of the excerpts from this book, Sadness Unveiled, a positive perspective. So MC, please.
Okay, thank you, Enyoh, for this awesome showcase. I must say that I have started learning already and getting acquainted with everything. Next in our program is the speakers giving us their words. I want to quickly invite the first speaker to use 5 minutes to give us his words in the person of Dr. Ati Devi. Dr. Ati Devi holds master's degree and MPhil in physics from the Department of Physics, And also, she has served as the vice president of Physics Association within the same department, which is Physics Department at the Chowdhury Charan Sai University, Murray's Uttar Pradesh in India. That is a next scholar and also a research assistant at the Optical Sensing Laboratory in Saitama University, Japan. Her research focuses on utilizing biospeckle technology for microbioaxis with plaque. Her ultimate career goal to environmental conservation efforts. I want to use this awesome moment to invite Dr. Ati Devi for her speech. Thank you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Master of Ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Namaste, good evening, Konbanwa. As we gather here today, imagine for a moment that you are standing on the precipice of a vast and uncharted emotional landscape. The terrain is not always easy to navigate, but it is rich with the colors of human experience, from the brightest of joys to the deepest of sorrows. Today, we embark on a journey together, one that promises to unravel the mysteries of our emotions, to illuminate the darkest corners of our hearts, and reveal the profound wisdom within our heart sadness. Welcome to the book launch of Sadness Unveiled, A Positive Perspective. I'm reminded of a profound quote by Khalil Gibran that the deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. This quote encapsulates the very essence of this book, that within our experiences of sadness lies the potential for profound growth and a deeper appreciation of life's joy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate not just release of a book, but a profound exploration of the human condition. I stand before you deeply honored to be the part of this special occasion, and I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to Christian Enyoh for inviting me. Sadness Unveiled, A Positive Perspective is more than just a book. It is an invitation to view sadness through a different life lens. In a world that often pressures us to be endlessly happy, this book reminds us that sadness is not our enemy. It's our companion on the voyage of life. It's a silent teacher gently urging us to pause, reflect, and seek deeper understanding. Through its pages, we are encouraged to embrace our vulnerabilities, acknowledge our capacity to feel, and recognize the beauty that can emerge from the depth of sorrow. Christian Enyoh has embarked on a profound journey of introspection and discovery. And in doing so, he has opened a door for all of us to embark on our own. The pages of this book are a sanctuary where we can explore our emotions without judgment, where we can find the solace in shared experiences, and where we can uncover the transformative power of embracing sadness. I strongly believe that Sadness Unveiled, A Positive Perspective will resonate each of you in a different and unique way. It may evoke memories of your own encounters with sadness, or inspire you to look at life's challenges with fresh eyes. It might encourage you to reach out to someone who is going through a difficult time, or spark a conversation about the beauty of a shared human experience. As we move forward, let us remember that the pursuit of positive perspective doesn't mean ignoring or denying our struggles. It means acknowledging them, learning from them, and allowing them to shape us into more compassionate, empathetic, and resilient individuals. In closing, I want to again congratulate Christian Enyoh on the remarkable achievement. Writing a book is a labor of love, a journey that demands dedication, vulnerability, and unwavering belief in the power of words. Your words, Christian Enyoh, has the potential to touch countless lives and guide us toward a better, brighter, and more empathetic future. To all of us here today, thank you so much for joining us in celebrating the release of Sadness Unveiled, a positive perspective. I encourage each of you to please get a copy, explore its pages, and embark on your own journey of introspection and growth. May this book inspire you to embrace sadness as the companion on your life voyage, and may it illuminate the path to a more positive perspective. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the wonderful event. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, Dr. Atidevi, for this explicit and precise speech. As we proceed, I want to quickly welcome those that are just joining us from different parts of the world. And I want to, in the same vein, acknowledge our special guests who have been with us, Professor Wang Junyu, Professor A.W. Vela, Professor Lin Liu, Dr. Funmi Dohati, Professor Victor Joko, Professor Mohammed Atta Hussain Chowdhury, Mr. Daniel Onyejoba, Dr. Kai Sao, and Dr. Tanzin Chowdhury. I appreciate you all for still joining us. We are going to call on the second speaker to give us his speech using 5 minutes. Our second guest speaker is Dr. Mohammed R. Islam. Mohammed R. Islam is an agricultural officer at the Department of Agricultural Extension, Ministry of Agriculture, Bangladesh, and also a research fellow at Santama University, Japan. He has written so many scientific books, both national and international recognized articles. I want to use this opportunity to invite Dr. Mohammed R. Islam for his speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving me floor. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and friends, thank you so much for gracing this occasion with your presence as we gathered here today to celebrate the launch of Sadness Unveiled, a Positive Perspectives, written by my friend, Christian Everino. It's true privilege to stand before you as we embark on a journey into the heart of this remarkable book. In a world that often encourages us to mask our sorrows and chase after constant happiness, Sadness Unveiled emerges a beacon of light, a reminder that there is a profound beauty to be found in the complexity of human emotions. The title itself, Sadness Unveiled, beckons us to peel back the layers of our feelings, to explore the depths of the sadness with open hearts and open minds. It invites us to honor our emotions even when society tells us to hide them, and to uncover the hidden strength that sadness can offer. As we dive into the pages of this book, we will discover the healing power of the morning, the transformative potential of empathy, the sparks of creativity ignited by moments of sadness, and the resilient spirit that emerges from the navigating adversity. We'll see how sadness is not a sign of weakness, rather a testament to the depth of our emotional capacity. Today, as we celebrate the launch of Sadness Unveiled, a positive perspective, we also celebrate the strength that resides within each of us, the strength to acknowledge our emotions, to find the solace in our vulnerabilities, and to immerse our moments of sadness with renowned resilience. But this book is not just about the sadness, it's about the enduring human spirits and our capacity to find light even in the darkest of times. It's about the thread of hope that wave through the complexities of our lives, reminding us that every emotion, every sadness contributes to the richness of our existence. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to my friend Christian for his dedication in bringing this book to life. It is not just a literary achievement, it's a gift to all of us, a gift that will inspire us to embrace our emotions, find strength in vulnerability, and navigate the complexity of life with grace. In closing, I invite you all of you to savor the phase of the sadness unveiled, a positive perspective. May it illuminate your path, deepen your understanding of human emotions, and empower you to find comfort and strength within the embrace of sadness. Give me an educated mother, I will give you an educated nation, said Napoleon. But today, I want to say, give me a book, give me an extraordinary book like Sadness Unveiled, a positive perspective. I will give you a sadness-free, motivated man. Thank you. And let us now celebrate the launch of this extraordinary book. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Mohammed R. Islam, for the awesome speech. I want to quickly invite our third speaker, who is the last speaker for today, in the person of Dr. Go Masuda. Dr. Go Masuda got a master's from Kansai University in applied chemistry and has worked in a Japanese company as a researcher on polyamide application projects for more than 10 years. Masuda has also worked in the United States for 5 years as a composite material process engineer. Dr. Go Masuda has worked in the university as a project researcher on carbon fiber composite materials. He's currently with a startup company named Ligno Material to develop new biomass business in Japan. He is currently a research fellow doing the biomass research at Santana University. I want to use this opportunity to invite Dr. Go Masuda for his speech. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the lovely uh, introduction of myself. And sorry, my connection is not stable. So at this moment, I turned off my camera. So I hope I will not be kicked out during my speech. Okay, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the warm welcome. It is a true honor to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate the launch of the remarkable book, Sadness Unveiled, A Positive Perspective. This event is not only a celebration of the written word, but also an exploration of the human experience. My journey, like the pages of this book, has been a tapestry of diverse emotions and experiences. I hailed from Japan, and a country known for its rich cultural heritage. But I've had the privilege of living and working in the United States, a place where diversity and innovation live. These cont- contrasting worlds have profoundly shaped my perspective on life, emotions and intricate dance between joy and sadness. As someone who has straddled both Eastern and Western cultures, I come to appreciate that the human experience is universal. All we encounter moments of happiness and sorrow, and it is how we navigate those emotions and define our individual and collective journeys. The title of this book, Sadness Unveiled, A Positive Perspective, is a testament to the profound wisdom that lies within its pages. In a world that often exalts the pursuit of happiness above all else, this book challenges us to uh, evaluate our understanding of sadness. It reminds us that sadness is not only the adversary to happiness, but the companion of on our life journey. The author, in their insightful exploration, reveal the hidden facet of sadness. They reminded us that in the depths of sorrow, we found the seeds of empathy, passion, and growth. Sadness, when acknowledged and embraced, become a catalyst for personal transformation and a pathway to profound connection with others. In our ever-changing world, where the pursuit of happiness can sometimes feel like an elusive taste, this book serves as a guidepost. It beckons us to honor our feelings, to seek the positive within our own subjects, and to navigate life's emotional landscape with grace. In a context of my Japanese heritage, I'm reminded of the concept of honne and temai. Honne represents our true feelings, our innermost thoughts and emotions. Patemai, in the other hand, is outward thought we present to the society, often often shaped by the societal expectation and norms. This book encouraged us to bridge the gap between the honne and temai by acknowledging our true feelings, including sadness, and not hiding behind the uh, societal marks. As I stand here today, I'm reminded of the another Japanese concept called wabi-sabi. It is the appreciation in perfection, finding beauty in the natural cycle of life. Sadness and death invite us to embrace our own emotional wabi-sabi, to recognize the beauty in the imperfection of our emotional journey. In closing, I encourage each of you to not only read this book, but to internalize its messages. They serve as a guide in your own exploration, uh, exploration of emotions, a reminder that even our moments of sadness, there is an opportunity for growth, connection, and ultimately a deeper appreciation of life joy. Let us celebrate this book not just as intellectual endeavor, but as a testament to the richness of the human experience. Thank you for following me to be a part of this lovely occasion, and I wish the author great success in their endeavor to unveil the positively within our shared experience of sadness. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Masuda, for the awesome speech. And I want to appreciate everyone that joined this meeting. And I promise in the next 12 minutes, the event will be over. What we have in our program now is the question and answer session. I want to quickly invite the moderator for the question and answer session in the person of Chiezie Ifunanya. Chiezie Ifunanya is the former vice president of the finance of the Association of African Students, University of Tsukaba, Japan, a data scientist with the interest in building solutions to help scale businesses. I want to honorably invite Chiezie Ifunanya to take charge of the question and answer session within 10 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, MC. Am I audible enough?
Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you for the introduction. We have 10 minutes for question and answer, and we're going to use that 10 minutes to receive questions. If you have any question for the author, maybe any curiosity, why, what, any question at all, you can just raise your hand. We'll be allocating maybe about 2 minutes for everybody, each person, to ask their question. We are doing this in order to be able to attend to as many questions as possible. So who is the first? Okay, we have Sochi, we have Rabi. Okay, let's go with Sochi. Sochi, please, your question.
Okay, my question goes like this. If sadness is actually a good thing, I understand it's a phase of life, it's something we have to go through, but at what point does it get into depression and how do we handle it?
Thank you. Thank you for your question. The point at which sadness gets to depression, sometimes the tolerance level at which each different individuals can handle sadness actually varies. So to be able to give a specific answer at what point sadness gets to depression might be a little bit difficult. I think most people that can give that specific answer are more psychologists. So, but I can say that prolonged sadness, and when we totally prevent ourselves from interacting with maybe family or with loved ones, people that can actually help us move forward from this sad state. When we lock ourselves or block ourselves away from this kind of situation, sadness can actually turn to depression. So I think this is what I think. So, but a proper answer to at the point whereby sadness becomes depression may be given properly by a psychologist. That is what I think.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Christian, for that wonderful answer. We have Mr. Rabin, please.
Oh, thank you for giving opportunity. First, I would like to congratulate the writer, Christian Everianoy, and my best wishes always with you. I have simple two question. My curious mind wants to know you. Who is inspired you for completing write-up of this book? And another question is, in your book, you mentioned the importance of finding meanings in sadness. How can someone begin to find meaning in their own experience of sadness? Thank you.
Okay. So the first question is like the inspiration behind this book. Like I said previously, that one of the inspiration behind this book is actually from my own personal experience, which is from losing my father. That was in 2015. So the inspiration is from personal experience and observation. I noticed that in a world that often encourages us to suppress our sadness or view it negatively, there was a profound need for us to explore the benefits and beauty of embracing sadness. My own journey of facing sadness and discovering strength within it was a driving force behind this book. So I wanted to share this perspective to help others navigate their own emotional landscape more efficiently. So this is actually the inspiration behind this book.
Okay. Next we have Professor Bella. Please, your question.
Yes, so thank you very much, Cheers, and I salute everyone that is here present. And to me, it's a thing of joy. I have two questions and then a surprise comment. The first question is that there is always this divide about science and art. And I'm asking Dr. Enyoh, what made you, how do you think those in the arts are going to look at your book? That's question number one. Number two, I was worried about the time because the book is so beautiful and so in-depth that I was wondering, how did you manage your time to have this idea crystallized into a book so beautiful? And then the third one, like I said, is a comment. Christian Enyoh, I didn't know that you are aware of my textbook on history and philosophy of science. And I'm so glad that you draw so much inspirations from philosophy. And like we say, science and philosophy are the same thing. Thank you very much. I'm happy with you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful comments. Then the questions. The first question is about perspective of people in art. And the second is more like the inspiration behind this book. So what I would say is that from art perspective, I think I'm a scientist, like a pure scientist, but for art perspective, I think that art perspective can actually get meaning from this book, because throughout the exploration of this book, I involve real research, real scientists, and real actual studies that has been conducted in arts field, that's in the field of philosophy or psychology and other social sciences or arts related field. So if an artist is reading through this book, an artist can actually get the picture, because like I said, like most of the references or the bibliography which was used in writing also was from the arts and the philosophy discipline. Then secondly, like the crystallization of this idea was first after I lost my father, that was like 8 years ago. And second, after I lost like a friend. So these two scenarios helped me to crystallize this idea, to actually make me put this down in a book. And to crystallize it, I have to, because as a scientist, I have to look at it carefully, study it carefully, and actually see that, okay, this sad thing that people always say that is bad, don't be sad, be strong, don't cry, don't show this, don't show that. Somebody can actually harness it, sadness, into a positive thing. So I don't know whether this answers your question, but I think that is my best response. Prof, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Christian, for that intelligent answer. Next, we have Mr. Omid Dawe. Please, your question.
Okay, thank you. And I'm very happy that my Nigeria brother can invite me to join this, how should I say, his big day. And I'm very happy that I can stay with him at this moment. So, brother, my question is, as we all know, we will suffer a lot during our life. And after you have felt this kind of sadness, and when the joy comes, so what kind of attitude should we use to face the joy? Thank you.
So thank you so much, Mr. David, for your comment, for your question. So if I understand carefully, you are trying to like a balance between sadness and joy.
Yes. My question is like, after you suffered, you feel the sadness, and when the joy comes, the happiness comes, what kind of attitude should you use, or how should I say, how you face this kind of joy?
Okay, I get you. Once you experience sadness, then you start experiencing joy. The attitude towards this joy is more like a gratitude, like an opportunity to actually feel something different from something you were feeling. So one of the attitude you should have is a grateful attitude. And being grateful or gratitude, you tend to become more compassionate about other people's sadness. So we can have more compassionate society whereby we can actually care about one another. So if you face sadness and you now experience joy, you understand this joy because you understand what sadness is. So this joy will be more of gratitude, gratefulness, and not boastful. It is not boastful. Humility, for example. So you become humble to appreciate this joy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Mr. Otis. I don't know. I'm sorry if I got the pronunciation wrong.
Okay, thank you. So Chris, I'm very happy that you invited me for your book launch, and thank you for your introduction. So you mentioned resilience as one of the benefits of embracing sadness. So can you share some practical tips for developing resilience through difficult times?
Okay, thank you so much, Gu, for your question. I think there's there's a way we could build resilience from sadness. That is from embracing sadness. So once we embrace sadness, we don't how do I say? Once we embrace sadness, then we begin to find strength in it. So one of the practical way is when you want to build resilience, it involves coping. Involve coping strategies. So you have to develop coping strategies. So one practical tip is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness to stay present in the moment. One of the ways to practice mindfulness is to acknowledge the situation, acknowledge the state of your mind at that particular point in time. So this can help you to manage stress and find clarity during challenging times. So building a strong support network is also very crucial. Friends, loved ones can provide valuable emotional support. Then finally, you have to reframe setbacks as opportunity for growth and learning And this can empower you to bounce back stronger from like adversity. So this is one of the practical way we can actually improve resilience. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because of time, we will attend to 2 more questions. Mr. Jeffrey, please. Your question.
All right. Thank you very much for having me. Am I loud and clear? Sorry. Okay. Should I say a big congratulations to my brother and friend Chris Enyoh for this wonderful masterpiece. Although I haven't gone through the book, I haven't read the book, but from the title, I think I can draw some meanings. My surprise stems from the fact that this is a young man who is always wearing a smiling face. Yeah, so I was pretty much surprised that he has stuff like this in him, basically, which leads to my question. If someone, in a world whereby we hear words like mixed feelings, dilemma, and stuff, right? If someone happens to be putting on a smiling face in the midst of sadness, can we say that person has found happiness in sadness? And can we marry both of them together, right? Can there be happiness in sadness, or can there be sadness in happiness? That's my question. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you so much, my bro. Wearing a happy face while you are sad inside does not necessarily mean maybe you've navigated through sadness itself. So your question is maybe how can we balance between sadness and joy? So I would say that striking a balance between sadness and joy requires self-awareness and self-compassion. So you have to allow yourself to feel all your emotions without judgment. Instead of suppressing this sadness, we acknowledge it and explore what it's trying to tell us. So that is one way, first of all. So at the same time, we recognize that moments of joy are very important as well. So it is important to recognize these two states of mind. So the sadness is not about negating happiness, but it's about embracing the full spectrum of human emotion. So we have to surround ourselves also with supportive people, and then they can help us maintain this balance between sadness and joy or happiness. So wearing a smiley face while we are sad inward is not actually a way to we've not really embraced sadness. That is succumbing to societal pressure, which is actually chapter 8 of this book. How we can navigate these societal pressures of encouraging us to always smile, to always maintain positivity. So thank you.
Please, JJ, we have 2 minutes for this session. Please take note. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the last question. Mr. Bakare, please.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever everyone is. I'm in Nigeria, West Africa, and it is 10 a.m. now. It is morning. First, I want to say a big congratulations to my brother, my senior colleague, my boss in the lab. You know, it's this is one of those things that does not only surprises me, but motivates me as well. I've known him to be a researcher, a top writer, a very brilliant mind in the scientific line. But writing a book that is purely social related is something different. I mean, I'm really blown, and I say a big congratulations to him. And actually, before I ask my question, I think I'm going to buy 5 of these books to give to people to read as a form of emotional support, and also to support my brother who is the author. And because, you know, like I said, I'm from Nigeria, and almost 70% of people wear this face that you call double face. People wear this double face so much that sometimes they even forgot the real face of their own, because they have to put up with appearances. So people are really going through a lot. So my question quickly is to say, I mean, I've read several emotional books, psychological books, and most times they group, or let me say, they just take a holistic approach to sadness and emotional downtime, without, you know, considering the causative factor of these emotions. Right now, let me take Nigeria as a case study. Some sadness are caused by economic factors like inflation and all that. Some are social related. People who couldn't find a husband or couldn't succeed in their marriage, and other emotional factors. And sometimes it's out of stupidity. Maybe you lost money to scammers, or bank fraudulent activity and all that, and some other materialistic related factors. So my question is, does this book, like other books, you know, generalize on this source or cause of sadness and address it as a whole, or there are pages or chapter that looks into different causative factor to sadness? Nevertheless, congratulations, and I look forward to you clarifying this question. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bakari. It's an honor to have you here. I'm even surprised. Thank you, sir. So the pages of this book do not actually consider reasons or factors that led to sadness. So the pages of this book is considering when you've arrived at the state of sadness and what you can actually do next. So we do not really put into consideration economic factors, societal factors. So we just take them randomly and try to use them as illustration in discussion across the book. So, but we do not specifically focus on economic factor towards sadness. So we mainly focus on the state itself. Once we've arrived at that state, that emotional state of sadness, what can we do next? How can we harness it for something positive? How can we become creative from being sad like this?
Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you, Mr. Christian. Mr. Enyoh Emmanuel, I'm sorry, because of time, we might not be able to take your question. All right, MC, over to you. Thank you for the opportunity once more.
Thank you, JZ Ifnana, for this awesome session that you have handled. Like I said earlier, within 2 minutes, we'll be through with this event. I want to quickly remind us that this event is being recorded and it will be available for those who couldn't attend, and also for anyone who wants to have a copy of it. Maybe due to network, you couldn't listen to all the sessions. I want to quickly invite the author, CE Enyoh, to tell us how this book could be purchased, and also give us his closing remark because of our time. Thank you, Enyoh.
Thank you so much, comrade. So how can we buy this book? So this book is currently available on Amazon, and it's available in 3 different parts. We have the ebook copy, we have the hard copy, and we have the paperback copy. So if you go to Amazon, you can follow via the link below this page. So we can follow this link to actually access this page on Amazon, or we can just go to Amazon and search Sadness Unveiled. Or then we can see the different version which we can actually obtain this book. So like I said, we have the ebook, we have the hardcover, and we have the paperback. So depending on which type you want to buy, you just click on it. Then they provide you with information when this book can be delivered to your home. Then you can add to carts and also decide how much quantity of this book you want to purchase. Then you click on buy now, after which it will be delivered at your home. So for closing remark, so as we draw this memorable book launch to a close, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you. Your presence here, both in person and in spirit, has made this event truly special. Sadness Unveiled, a positive perspective, is more than just a book. It's a shared journey of exploration and growth. It's a reminder that in the tapestry of our emotions, even the threads of sadness are woven with purpose and beauty. I encourage you all to take a copy of this book and embark on your own personal journey through its pages. Let it be a source of inspiration, reflection, and transformation. May it guide you towards a deeper understanding of your emotions and a better perspective on life. Thank you for joining us in celebrating this profound exploration of the human experience. Let us continue to embrace our emotions, to find strength in vulnerability, and to cultivate a positive perspective that lights the path forward. Yes, to the power of words, the resilience of the human spirit, and the beauty of shared experiences. Sadness Unveiled is now in your hands, and I can't wait to hear how it resonates with each of you. Safe journey, my friends that are with me, and may these pages of this book be a constant source of inspiration and solace on your own unique life journey. Finally, I urge you to purchase this book and leave reviews as well. I would like to thank once again everyone that is here, especially I want to thank Professor Wang, which made and Dr. Mrs. Wang also will make it possible for us to host this launch. I say thank you so much. I thank everyone, the MC, the presenters, the guest speakers. I say thank you, and everyone who is present in this place. I know it's not easy to use your time and attend this book launch. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. MC.
Thank you, C. Enyoh, for a awesome closing remark. I want to mention that the attendees will receive a follow-up email with a link to the recording along with additional resources. I want to thank everyone who has spared his or her time to be in this event. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Congratulations, my prof.
Thank you, Doc.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Prof.
Best name.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, brother.
Ogami?
Yeah, congratulations, brother.
Oh, Ogawale. Thank you so much. See you come from work.
Yeah.
It's enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I joined late, but
I know. Thank you.
I could grab.
Congratulations, Dr. Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you, Chioma. Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimasu. Bye.
Bye. See you. Take care.
Take care.